Hey YouTube, Zippo enthusiast down under here back again, and I guess I'm a day late for my 1 week update on my high polished brass tarnish progress, but here it is anyway. You can see that it's actually got quite a bit of wear on it now. All the edges have sort of dulled down. There's quite a bit of dulling in the center of it, particularly on the high edges of the bottom section of the lid and the top edges of the base of the case. Same as on the other side. All the high spots, anything that's more likely to rub, has worn down to that dull sort of finish. Particularly the bottom two, where I always set it down at. Unfortunately, I haven't seen it get to the point of my brass finish yet, but must just be the smoother surface is a bit more susceptible, or a bit more resistant, sorry, to wearing down as quickly. The lid still looks pretty good, minus the edges. All the edges around it have dulled down. Here I have in comparison is the brushed finish. So the edges of this kind of look like the good spots of the brushed one. You can see there's still quite a bit of difference. Now this one's actually only had 3 weeks of everyday use, whereas this has now had 4 weeks. Still pretty happy with the wearing process on it. You both see they've both got that same sort of look around the hinge. But I will be swapping back over to this one for the next week. I did say in my last video with this one that, or with this, sorry, that after this week I'd be going to the 35 replica to test the hinge. However, I have realized that I haven't covered a 4th week of use for this one, so I have fueled this one back up. I did so this morning when I was actually getting ready to fuel up my 35 replica. Now this one, even at the end of the 8th day, has still got a bit of fuel left in it. As you can see, even after a little while, the flame does shrink a little, but it's still hanging in there. I'd probably get another day or two out of it, so I would have liked to, just to not waste fluid, but I do want to keep up on my weekly updates of the brass. So 1 more week of this, guys, and then I will be going over to the 35 replica. And just for a good comparison here, I have got a good condition high polish and a good condition brush. So here's the high polish ones. I'll just lay them down so it's easier to see. And then there's the brushed. Now, you can see there is still a huge difference in the finish of these now. This one's still basically a brass mirror, even though this has come with some imperfections in it from the factory. A lot of brass finish lighters, I've recently discovered, do come with quite a few, like, some come with imperfections. You got to be pretty lucky if you get a couple of perfect ones. I only noticed it after getting a few high polish ones and scuffing them up myself through handling and poor methods of cleaning and stuff like that, and replacing them. That, you know, I had been very lucky with my first few to get some that are perfect. But there's the worn in one again. There's the mint condition one. You can see the reflection of my camera stand and the phone and that, and it. This one, even if the fingerprints, I'll wipe them off. Not so much anymore. So that's the best way to sort of point out the difference in the finishes. It's a side-by-side comparison. That's 4 weeks. Here is my brushed one with, it's got 3 weeks of use on it versus a brand new brushed. Once again, very, very big difference. I'm kind of interested to see where this ends up after just 1 more week. Like, it has gone through a huge change compared to what it's next to the, like, it did start out exactly the same. The only difference is the thickness of the case, but Also, with the brush finish imperfections, you can kind of see a few in the front of this. They're like watermarks that are sort of like just down here, and believe me, I have tried to get them out, and without using some sort of rough pad to scuff them off, which I didn't want to do, they were not going to come out. However, I do have a really good condition one in my collection, and I am going to be using this at some point just to test out the durability of the armor, like case and the hinge itself. So stay tuned for the update on this, guys. Stay tuned for me to swap over to the 35 replica to test out the hinge on it. If you enjoyed the video, leave me a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, any requests, or you want to comment, leave them down below. I will do my best to get back to everyone. And make sure you subscribe to catch my upcoming content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.